Link TV, connecting you to the world. Link TV is viewer supported. Watch more at linktv.org.
Today on Earth Focus, are U.S.-style mega dairies going international? With plans being reviewed to open Britain's first mega dairy, the UK's Ecologist TV takes an inside look at large-scale dairy farming in the U.S. and what it might mean for Europe. Coming up on Earth Focus.
If planning permission is given later this month, the sleepy village of Nocton could soon see the construction of Europe's first mega dairy, a farm with 8,000 cows to be kept indoors for much of their lives and producing in excess of 250,000 litres of milk each day. To see what mega dairies might mean for Britain, the Ecologist visited California, birthplace of the industrial mega dairy. Much of America's milk comes from California's Central Valley, where dairy farming is big business. In Tulare County alone, 900,000 cows produce in excess of $1 billion worth of milk each year. But there is an unreported conflict waging over the future of the industry, and community activists complain bitterly about the mega dairies that have sprung up around their homes.
This is Maple School behind me. About 10 years ago, a factory dairy, a dairy with thousands of cows, was built less than a mile away. And nobody thought a lot about it. We just hadn't seen these big dairies before. The first thing they noticed was they had a huge fly problem. And they had to hang up these fly strips in the classrooms, and then nitrates in the water showed up. Now they couldn't drink the water because the nitrate levels doubled and tripled and quadrupled and went up over the unsafe level for anyone.
It's not just the dairy farms that have proven controversial in California. Prevented from grazing outdoors, cows on mega dairies rely upon feed crops that are heavily sprayed with pesticides. The ecologist was taken to see Senor Morales, a small farmer who has felt the impacts of pesticide spraying for dairy crops firsthand. His name has been changed and he was too scared to speak on camera for reasons that he explains.
Me siento deprimido cuando los animales se mueren y no puedo hacer cómo recuperar mi animal. Son muy valiosos. Hay muchas familias que sí les pasa eso y se les mueren los animales. Ellos dicen que por qué, y yo les dije, ese es el veneno que le echan al alfalfa, porque aquí cultivan alfalfa. Lo sprayan con avión. Sí hacen muchas quejas, pero hay amenazas. Y la amenaza, ellos se retiran porque tienen miedo, a veces porque son ilegales. O las amenazas que uno recibe es, por ejemplo, los que son ilegales, que les van a echar la migración, es una de las cosas. Otra amenaza es de que te mandan a tipo personas como si no te sales de aquí, te van a matar.
The ecologist also met with small dairy farmers in California to find out the impact mega dairies had on their livelihood.
Well, it just killed us because we couldn't compete with those big guys down there because they go in volume and we can only milk so many cows compared to what those guys milk in a few acres down there, and their cost is a lot cheaper than what our cost is here.
Paul is no exception. In the 5 years leading up to 2002, 33,000 dairies went out of business in the USA. Squeezed out by low milk prices and unable to compete with the economies of scale offered by dairy herds up to 100 times bigger than traditional family farms.
When you have big dairies controlling most of the milk supply, they have a lot more political power than the small family farms that aren't necessarily united. Mega dairies need to use many drugs because they're trying to be profitable, and to be profitable they have to get the most milk production they can get. So they're always trying to push the animals with the feeds that they've they feed them, the rations, and also using the growth hormones, which shortens their lifespan. And so you're doing all these things to try to manipulate the animals to get the most they can, and it's not sustainable.
For mega dairy farmers, however, the ever larger herds are the only way to stay profitable.
Here in California, we've had to expand because you just have to get larger or you can't compete with the big guys. And I think that the smaller guys, if they really are serious about staying in the business, if they'll learn and watch and the efficient tools and ideas that the larger guys have and implement them in a way on their farms, I think they can be as efficient and successful on a smaller scale.
British dairy farms have an average of 113 animals per herd, far less than the 8,000 proposed at Nocton.
So what we're talking about here are 8,000 cows crammed into sheds, living in cubicles and fed on concentrates, with all the resulting noise, the pollution, the traffic. The scale of this is absolutely unprecedented in Western Europe. If we allow this, all such facilities become allowable.
It is a plan that already worries some farmers in Britain.
We really need to think about costs other than just financial costs. What are the costs of welfare? What are the costs of the environment? What are perhaps the social costs? I don't think increasing herd size and volume of output is the only way forward for UK dairy farms. I don't think we want it to be, because we will see a far greater move towards factory-type farming if that is the case.
If planning permission is granted next month, the construction of Britain's first mega dairy could mean swarms of flies and polluted groundwater for local residents, but it could also be the beginning of the end for the British dairy industry.
Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world. To learn more, visit linktv.org.